Are you tired of hopping on ranked and getting outmatched by random characters? Are you tired of hopping online and not being able to use characters that you like to enjoy to the utmost potential? Well, look no further. If you guys watch this entire video, I promise you, by the end, you'll be able to not only mash your brains out with 5 Kage Summit, but you can do it with style, completing combos that you have never seen before, and stunt on people online by being different. Without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Let's go. Alright, you guys asked for this. Don't look at me crazy when he runs rampant online. Okay, I'm letting you know now. It is the honored one, the masheth one, 5 Kage Summit. Now this character, only some know about him, and he is very, very slept on. Everybody's picking Rinnegan Sasuke, and everyone's picking Hibai, but ain't nobody know about this man right here. He's a real problem. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how to use him, why he's a problem, and what's up with the sauce. Let's get straight into it. His regular auto combo. Nice little punch. His up combo. His down combo, which can be converted into by many things. So that's all of his combo routes. But first, let me go ahead and give you the easy infinite, which is his... That's his infinite. You gotta be careful when you go ahead and putting in the inputs for this one, because it's very easy to miss because of how fluent his mash is. So you got 1, 2, 3. So it's 4 hits. 4 hits and you're done. Do not mash for more than that. You're gonna complete the combo. That's it. Now, how do you convert with his jutsus? He has Chidori. You can pick up after Chidori now in this game, which is beautiful. And then we have Inferno style flame control. So how do you convert with these jutsus? Well, in terms of Chidori, you can convert that into pretty much anything. You got to get real creative when it comes to Chidori, but I'll show you guys a little bit of some mix-ups. So how do you mix in Inferno style flame control? It's not going to be something that you're using a lot, but you can mix it in with his down combo. Once you complete his down combo, you can use his secondary jutsu. This is something I learned recently, and that's a nice little combo. And as you can see, that's already like 50% damage. Just doing his down combo. And then doing, you know, Inferno style, massive amount of damage right there, which is absolutely insane. And of course, you can do both. If you want to get really creative, you can go ahead and Chidori, right? Then you want to go ahead and complete the down, and then 2 Inferno style. A little bit more damage, but again, damage scaling is a thing, so be very smart when you're creating these combos. Now, why do I say he's the Mash King? Because this Sasuke can complete all of his combos even if you are not touching your opponent. This is something he had since way Storm 3, Storm 4 era, where even if you're not necessarily touching your opponent, he has ghost frames that allow you to complete combos. The same way the last Naruto can complete his down combo while he's not touching you, this Sasuke can practically do that with every single one of his attacks, which is absolutely insane. So another terminology that comes with this character is something called juggling, and that's something a lot of characters in this game can do, some more efficient than others, but this Sasuke is very good at juggling due to his hitbox. So what juggling is basically, I'll show you the perfect example. You can do his air combo and continue without touching your opponent, essentially. But because of this Sasuke's hitbox, he allows you to juggle very easily while barely touching your opponent. And these all count, by the way. Even if I don't complete it. So he has a Suedo Infinite, basically. And he can mash his brains out so much that even if you're not touching your opponent, he will complete the combo and do the damage. It's absolutely absurd. This is by far one of the best Sasukes in the game just for that reason. And you can do this without touching your opponent. He doesn't have to connect all his attacks and he will complete his combo. It's absolutely absurd. Take this knowledge for which you will. Now I'm going to go ahead and hop online and show you guys how to use it. Now that I've given you the infinites, the jutsu conversion, the chidori, the sauce, all the little origins on the character, I'm going to hop on some online matches, show you how I use them, and you can take the knowledge for what you do. Let's go. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys exactly how to use the character. Woo. Now that this patch is out, we're going to see who the real frauds are online. These are all ranked matches for all of my guides, just to show you guys. You can win against even the most hacks teams that people are going to pick online. And I do that on purpose, to show you guys, again, it's possible. Because people are a lot more privy to picking meta on ranked than they are on casual. And I just want to show you guys it's possible, so here we are. Picking up Itachi back, 5 Kage summon. It's a very good team to use. Remember to switch a lot. I know a lot of people don't like switching too often, but you know, especially with the new patch, switching is more important than ever. Make sure you're switching at almost all times. Switch. There's no need to nerf yourself. You know, the old playstyles were to main one character and pick overpowered supports, but there's no need to do that anymore. The game is way more fundamental based to a degree, and you know, if you want to just play without switching, you're basically just gonna nerf yourself. So make sure you're switching out constantly the way I am, and you'll be just fine. If switching is something you need help with, then again, comment in the comments down below and I'll put more guides out there to help you guys learn switching better, timing and all that type of stuff. But because switching is absolutely the new meta. Switching and speed. It's basically Storm 4.5. So with that in mind, fundamentals. If you're fast, you're good. If you can mash, you're good. You gotta understand how your characters work, understand strengths, weaknesses, frame data, all that. That's gonna get you your advantage these days. You gotta learn the mastery over all that, and you'll be just fine. That's why I have my strike back. God, Itachi is so good now. It just, oh, it makes me want to cry. It makes me want to cry. I might have to do another Itachi guide. It really does. Oh my God, he's actually him again. Itachi is actually him again. But, you know, hopefully you guys got to learn from that experience on how I used him. This is pretty high in rank. This is pink rank. You know, this team was fairly meta. That team, Hagurum, was actually brain dead, and so is Ishiki. So if you can do this with a team like this versus a team like that, then at that point you have your fundamentals over the game. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate one more match. And again, switching is key. If you just try to use one character, unless you're, you know, unless your opponent is significantly weaker and you just know completely what you're doing and you're confident to that degree, then I say go for it. If they're just making non-stop mistakes like this guy is, you can go for it. But again, it's just far more risky to do that when you can switch characters and be perfectly fine versus, you know, risking. It just doesn't make any sense to me to risk too much when you don't have to. You know, as you can see, I can play both ways. It doesn't bother me either way. I can switch, I can play meta with one character, it doesn't matter. I can do both, but I prefer to switch. I absolutely prefer to switch. Ooh, saving yourself. That's what he thinks. But, you know, as I said, switch when you need to. If you feel like you have mastery of a character and your opponent you're fighting isn't at the level where you constantly have to, then you don't have to. But also remind yourself that when you switch, you get priority over people's supports. You get priority over certain aspects of the game. So switching is definitely very handy when you have to. But hey, man, if you feel like you don't have to switch and your opponent you're fighting is just not that good, then go for it. You know, I only switch if I feel like I really have to. I try not to switch too much. Excuse me. if I don't have to, because I understand people don't like switching too much and it could be very abusive, but certain characters require it. And at a certain level, especially if you're fighting someone with an abusive team, then, you know, the complaints are all off at that point, because, you know, look at your team versus mine. So, but this is basically the 5 Kage summit guide. You know, all of it comes down to fundamentals, understanding the game. And that's why I really like this patch, because there's no planet where, you know, I mean, you could pick OP characters and still win, but as you can see, if I just know my fundamentals, it doesn't even matter, dude. It's embarrassing to the point where you can just smoke people who used to rely on bullshit. To be quite frank, I'm trying not to curse. Characters and people who used to rely on nothing but bullshit on ranked are fodder. You know, these are the same dudes who used to streak with Shinos and Ashiras walking around with Sardas. You know, now that the patch is out, fundamentals are more of a key. Can you still mash your brains out and break the game? Oh, absolutely. I'm not even gonna sit here and pretend like that's not the new tech right now. But understand, you guys, when it comes to characters like 5 Kage Summit, when it comes to close range characters, fundamentals are key over just brainlessly doing things. If that makes any sense. You can mash your brains out, but you gotta be smart to a degree about mashing your brains out, because the counter system exists. There's people out there faster than you, and there's people who understand fundamentals more than you. So just keep that in mind, you know, when you're picking your teams, when you're picking your characters. I mean, that's really it. So if you guys enjoyed the guide, I hope you like, comment, subscribe. That's basically it in terms of you know, the 5 Kage Summit guide. Again, make sure you guys vote in the community tabs for the next guide, and I will see you on the next video. Peace out.